Whole lot of people ain't gonna like this next statement, but I'm telling you, these teachers, these education unions, these school districts, they are the enemy of the American people. And to illustrate that, I'm gonna share a little story with you. First, let's set the stage. This is Torrey Pines High School, San Diego, California. And this is a student walkout to protest ICE that took place at Torrey Pines High School in San Diego, California back in February of 2026. Now, I don't understand how shutting down a fast food restaurant or any business is any way effectively protesting ICE, but they thought it was a good idea for whatever reason. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is that this student-led protest against ICE, this walkout that we have seen occur time and time again over the last year or so, all across the nation, student-led. We all know they're not, they're being funded by organizations, by teachers' unions. The teachers themselves are promoting these walkouts, these protests, these ideas that they're expressing. But that's not even really the point of this specific video. The point of this video is that this was not just allowed, but absolutely condoned. No one was held accountable for walking out of school, which is actually mind-blowing considering the fact that these children are in the custody of the school. The school is responsible for their well-being at this point in time during the school hours, and they're allowing them to go off campus, to cross streets, roads, busy intersections, go into businesses, disrupt the public. I mean, it seems like, it seems like an insurance liability at the very least. But like I said, that's not actually the point of this video. The point of this video, as I said, is that these walkouts, these protests were 100% condoned, regardless of the potential danger that they may incur by allowing these students to leave campus. No suspensions, no detentions, no write-ups. Everything is fine, except for one young man who was ultimately suspended in the wake of these ICE protests, not because he participated, not because he walked out of class, not because he left campus without permission, but because 2 weeks later, after the walkout, he posted a sign in a common area within his high school saying, "I heart ICE - real Americans." For that, this young man was suspended. This school actually suspended this 17-year-old young man for posting a sign in support of a government agency. They suspended him for harassment, intimidation, threatening words. I already said to you verbatim what his sign said: "I heart ICE - real Americans." Where's the explicit or even implicit threat in that? Whom is it that this one dude is intimidating? How is that intimidation, but these children walking out into the streets, blocking traffic, mobbing businesses? That's not intimidation. No, that's perfectly acceptable because, it's in defense of illegal immigrants. It's in the furtherance of the destruction and degradation of the United States of America. I don't know what more proof you could possibly need to know that the American education system, that teachers by and large across the United States are intentionally indoctrinating children into a Marxist ideology, a Marxist worldview that absolutely despises the United States, liberty, capitalism, anything and everything that you have been brought up to believe in, to see as representative of the United States. We are the evil empire as far as these educators are concerned, and they are indoctrinating your children into that same belief system and driving them. They're not educating these children. They're training these children to be activists, not to grow up and be beneficial, productive members of society, but to actively attack and destroy our society. And the one young man that tries to oppose that is the only person punished in this entire situation. Now, fortunately, we do have a somewhat positive resolution to the young man that was suspended story. In that fire, the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, they heard about the case, they stepped in, they told the school, hey man, we don't think this is constitutional. And that alone was enough to spur the school district to go ahead and expunge that suspension and allow that young man to come back to school. But how insane is it to you? It's insane to me. I don't know, if it's not insane to you, there's probably something wrong with you. How insane is it that a civil liberties organization has to step in and defend a kid from his school district simply for expressing support for his nation? You know, I've never been a real big fan of the American public education system for reasons that I will eventually get into at some point later in time. But at this point, I think it's safe to say that the American education system is now one of the greatest existential threats to the United States as a nation, ideologically, philosophically, in every way that matters.